All right, it's almost strawberry season, and Chuckie Hessong is joining us here this morning from the K-State Extension Service here with a recipe that's a springtime treat that includes one of my favorite berries.
Mine too. This is maybe the favorite, but yeah. Strawberry wonton cups would be what we're making today. Your little muffin tins will come in handy for this. Okay. Essentially, you can spray them. You don't have to all just give us a couple we can work with there.
Okay.
We can. Yeah, we have some to work with. So we're using wonton wrappers today, and I had to ask at the grocery store where these were because I couldn't place where they were. So they're in the produce section. If you're looking for them. So the little wonton wrappers, they're flour-based. Kind of, you could use them for raviolis also, but I have a little melted butter in here, and we're just going to kind of brush the wonton wrapper on one side. Sorry, I think I splashed you. On one side, then this is a cinnamon and sugar mixture, nothing magical about that. There'll be measurements on the website, of course, but cinnamon and sugar mixture there. Then we will put sugar side up in one of those sprayed cups and just kind of form it. You make it pretty.
So if you actually buttered both sides, you wouldn't have to spray your tins then, right?
Yeah, I wondered about that. I didn't try it because, I don't want to get too crazy and waste my wonton cups. If it's stuck, it'd be a mess. Yeah. I hate cleaning these things. That's my least favorite part about using these is I hate cleaning those.
Yeah.
So in here we have, looks weird, but this has a purpose. It's a baggie, obviously, full of cream cheese and powdered sugar you soften your cream cheese. You really need to make sure it is basically room temperature or you'll get those little chunks in it.
Okay.
So in order to get it really, really smooth, make sure it comes to room temperature.
Do you recommend using like fat-free cream cheese over?
It's really your preference. There is some calorie savings and some fat savings. It depends on your diet and your needs. People have. I've learned in time that everybody sort of has things they measure. Carb counts are important to me because I have blood sugar issues. Other things, protein. I want high protein. Some people may want low protein. It just depends on you and what you're measuring for your body. But yeah, this is original. This is the original.
Okay.
So the quality of flavor is quite good no matter what. So I put powdered sugar and cheese in here and made a little filling. And then in the baggie, if you just use I of course brought the junkiest scissors I owned, evidently. Use the baggie and these really sharp scissors, and then you can use. Oh, I didn't finish. We're gonna bake these in the oven at 325, 7 to 10 minutes. I noticed in my oven it took longer, and I learned a little lesson for you. If you don't bake them very long enough, they're like chewy and really unpleasant.
Really?
So yeah, make sure and they're gonna get a little browner than maybe I was comfortable with the first go around, but they aren't. You need to make them brown so that they're crispy.
So you want to bake them
chewy.
first?
Yeah, you're gonna bake them first. Let them cool all the way. I got ahead of myself. Then you make it while you're baking. You can let your make your filling. These cool pretty quickly. And so
these are baked.
These are baked. They're baked off, and like I said, they took a little longer than the 7 to 10 minutes in my oven at 325.
Okay.
Then we have our filling in here, and then I just think the little baggie makes it a little neater so that you're not trying to, squeeze it into.
Is there an art to this?
Yeah, there's an art to everything, and I'm probably not going to achieve it today. So a little blob.
Just a little blob. Yeah. Don't overflow it.
No, it's a small dessert. So that way you have the opportunity 2 or 3 that way, right?
This reminds me of crab rangoon.
It is. It's yes. And then you're going to put some strawberries on there, make them look pretty, whatever you think looks nice.
Now, would you consider these like a dessert or like just an afternoon treat or something?
Yeah, I think either one. You could even, maybe if you're doing brunch, maybe you're having a shower or you're having something for Mother's Day coming up, that kind of thing. I think it's fun like that. Unfilled, you can let them set at room temperature in a sealed container. After you fill them, you do need to eat them relatively quickly, within a couple of hours. And with the cream cheese, they need to be refrigerated.
Not a problem.
Yeah, we can eat those.
I'm going to devour this as we go to break. Yeah. Real quickly, though, is the Walk Kansas program still going strong?
We're tying that up now. We're about finished with that, so that's about over. But Stay Strong, Stay Healthy classes are going in all 3 of our counties, and really in all the other counties across the state also.
And you guys unveiled at our health fair last weekend the Red Folder program.
Yes, Operation Red File. So that will be also across all of our counties. I know Cherokee's going to be doing it also, even though they're not in Wildcat District. Everybody's doing that's going to be a statewide initiative.
Where can people get those?
Most extension offices are going to have them. It just kind of depends on your. Crawford County will have them now, and in Montgomery and Labette County, who I also cover, their event will be a fall event, so they won't have them until later. But if you want a Crawford County one, you can have one of those too. They're free to anybody. So.
Okay, and if you do want one of those red files, we did a whole interview last week about that. Talking about the files and how you can get one, how they can benefit your family. You can find out that interview is on our website at KOAMTV.com.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, well, thanks for coming in, and I'm going to enjoy this as we go to break.
Please do.
We'll be right back.